Hey folks, I'm the Surveyor Chef with Minne-Florida Living, and today we are going to do a sous vide beef short rib. And we're gonna sous vide the short rib at 144 degrees for 48 hours. Yep, 48 hours. What we're looking to achieve is somewhat between a steak and a traditional braise. So it'll be pull apart, but you can also cut it with a knife. And we're gonna make a Korean style barbecue, I guess, or sauce that we're gonna cook down, and then we'll glaze over the short rib. So stick with us. Alright, so we got some nice big pieces of short rib. Real beautiful stuff here. What we're gonna do is just season liberally with some salt and make sure we get all over it. And we'll do a little black pepper on all sides. So with this sous vide for 48 hours, we really don't need to go too crazy with adding a bunch of other flavors, because the beef in itself will really break down and kind of marinate in its own juices. And doing sous vide like this, it's kind of invented for cheap cuts of meats that are kind of hard to cook otherwise. So the sous vide works great for breaking down these short ribs. All this connective tissue and fat, that's all gonna just turn to butter when it's done cooking. Alright, so we'll get these short ribs in a vacuum bag, and we will seal them up. Just like that. We'll give it a seal and be right back. Alright, so we got the short ribs vacuum packed, and so we got salt and pepper on there, and we're gonna throw them in the sous vide here at 144 for 48 hours. Let's bring this right over here. Alright, so we'll drop them in. We'll see you bad boys in a couple days. Alright, here we are. We're a day into the cook here. 24 hours on these short ribs. Pull them out and you can take a look. See all that juice in the bag? It's just sitting in there braising away. The texture is nice and soft. It's going to be all that fat's going to be breaking down. It looks beautiful. Alright, we'll see you in another day. Alright folks, we're back. 48 hours later since we put these short ribs in the sous vide. We'll take a quick peek at them. And that is something amazing. Look at all that juice in there. The texture is just amazing. You can see a lot of the fat has rendered out in the collagen in that juice. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop it in this ice bath here. And it'll cool down so we can handle it and clean them up a little bit. Alright, I got the short rib cooled down completely in that ice bath, and then I popped it in the fridge for a few hours. It worked out nice because the end of my sous vide cook was about noon, and we're going to have dinner at 5 or 6. So if you wanted to, you could have took them out of the bag, patted them off, seared it, and put a little sauce on it and served it to your guests. Absolutely, you could do that. I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. So I'm going to cut this bag open and try not to lose any of that precious sauce in there. So don't be afraid, like, a lot of the fat has coagulated back to its solid state again. That's just fine. We'll scrape that off. Alright, take all this jelly right here. That is like gold. That is the best beef broth, beef sauce, whatever you can come up with. That thing's been just breaking down for days. So I'm going to put all that into the bowl there. Good to the last drop, they say, I guess. Alright, we're going to save that for our barbecue sauce. With these ribs, too, a lot of people cut the fat off before. I'm going to save it for right now. I'll cut it off. So when we serve these, we don't need all this extra fat, but I like it how it cooks on there. Look at the color inside there. Isn't that beautiful? So I'll cut a little bit more of this extra fat off. That'll be just perfect. Do the same thing with these other couple. Cut the fat off. You can see that color right there. Isn't that, look at, and the texture. See how nice and soft and beautifully pink that is? That is what we're going to have. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to make a Korean style barbecue sauce and baste every 10 minutes at 225 until the ribs come back up to 144. Here we are, the final countdown. We're going to put the glaze or the sauce on these short ribs, pop them in the oven at 225, and then continue to glaze them every 10 minutes until the internal temperature is back at 144 that we sous vide at. So here we go. In the oven they go. Alright, here we are. Final product. Final thing, just garnish it with a little sesame seed and some cilantro. And these sous vide ribs are going to be the best thing you've ever had. Alright, there's only one thing left to do here. Taste it. Oh man, I wish you guys could feel this. Look at that. Perfectly tender, but it cuts like a steak. Alright folks, SurveyorChef here. Thanks for watching. It's been a heck of a show. But I just want you to look at this right here. 48-hour sous vide beef short rib. Look at the pull on that. But it's still got the steak texture. And mouthfeel is amazing. It's soft, it's chewy, and you get the beefy flavor. It's like beef times 10. And you get a little nuttiness from the sesame seed oil, and sweetness from the brown sugar. This is something to do, man. I'm telling you. Really something to do. I'm the SurveyorChef of Minne-Florida living. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys. And you know the rules. Finish with a Minnesota beer. Thank you very much.